She thought she was returning home, but the house had been waiting, hungry for her blood. The carriage groaned as it dragged through mud, each wheel turning like a ribcage cracking under pressure. Elellanena Ravenscar, cloaked in black, watched the trees bend toward the road like crooked hands. 3 years away from this cursed house. 3 years since Thomas died. And now, the Ravenscar estate loomed ahead like a mausoleum for the living. The house was wrong. Even before the carriage stopped, it felt like something had crawled into the soil, exhaled rot, and never left. The windows blinked like half-lidded eyes. No birds, no wind, just silence. The driver refused to enter the gates. Sighed too many folks in town whispered about her brother's death. A fever, supposedly. But fevers don't jump out second-story windows. Inside, Grandfather Silas waited. Still tall. Still silent. Still carved from stone. Time moves differently here, he said. Elellanena stepped into the house, and the air thickened like molasses. Her heart echoed in the void. Portraits of missing ancestors tracked her up the stairs with painted eyes. Uncle Mashus, Cousin Rebecca, Cordelia, vanished in storms. How had she not seen the pattern before? Her childhood room was untouched, but the silence pulsed. Her grandfather's words echoed, "Don't wander after dark. The floors are treacherous." That night, at 3:17 a.m., Elellanena woke gasping, the silence pressing into her skull. Footsteps, breathing, a whisper beneath the floorboards. She followed it to Thomas's room. Scratches on the windowsill, claw marks. The window wide open. A journal on the desk. October 10th, 1853. The dreams are worse. Mother's lullaby, but her voice is wrong. Hollow. The house sings with her now. October 12th. A hidden door in the cellar. Grandfather lied. The house is feeding. On us. Elellena's hands trembled. From the window, she saw a figure. Her mother. Long dead. Pale. Smiling. Beckoning. She was not just returning home. She was stepping into a feeding ground that had been cultivating her bloodline for generations. And now it wanted her. Elellanena staggered from the window. Thomas's journal clutched like a shield. The faces in the garden, ancestors long dead, all staring, all waiting. Her grandfather appeared in the doorway, hollow-eyed and still. "You saw what the house wanted," he said. "It's testing you." Thomas's entries echoed through her mind. The house isn't haunted. It's hungry. 37 portraits, but only 12 graves. She demanded the truth. Silas only whispered, "Every family has its burden. Ours is older than most." That morning, the smell of fire drifted through the halls. In the kitchen, Silas fed photographs to the flames. "Memories," he said. "Some things are better forgotten." Elellanena didn't sit. She couldn't. Not when the walls themselves felt like lungs drawing in breath. "Accept your inheritance," Silas said. "Or be like the others who tried to run." "What inheritance?" she snapped. Silas's voice dropped to a whisper. In 1798, Ezekiel Ravenscar made a pact. He found something in the swamp, something that promised prosperity. In exchange for one thing, a life. One Ravenscar per generation, willingly given. Elellanena reeled. "You mean sacrifice?" "I mean survival." He led her down to the cellar, a place colder than death, dust-covered wine racks, and then a door that drank in the light. Silas opened it. "The original foundation," he said. She stepped back. The stench from the tunnel beyond was thick, not just of rot, but of age, of ancient hunger. "You must go," Silas whispered. "Because you're the last, the final daughter." "Why me?" "You're not like the others. You're meant to merge, to become something more." Elellanena resisted, but he stepped into the darkness, holding a lantern. And something inside her, not curiosity, but responsibility, followed. The tunnel descended like a throat, the stone walls pulsing with phosphorescent veins. At its base, a cavern, massive, alive. A towering thing rose from the floor, flesh like bark, bark like flesh. Faces writhed in its skin, her ancestors, trapped, screaming in silence. "Beautiful," Silas said. "It has waited so long for you." She collapsed, overcome by the horror. "You're not food," he said. "You're the bridge, the partner." Elellanena heard the creature inside her head. Not in words, but in need. It was dying, and she was the cure. Comment, "I refuse," twice if you'd rather die than feed ancient evil. And if you're still watching, like and subscribe. More secrets are coming. Elellanena ran, back up the tunnel, away from the thing her bloodline had fed for 5 generations. But the house was alive now, shifting under her feet, pulsing with hunger. The walls wept, the floor moaned, every door sealed, every window fused shut. The journal. She had to find Thomas's journal again. There had to be something more, and there was. Hidden behind a loose panel in Thomas's room, she found his second journal. October 21st. The original contract. It isn't human. The ink slithers. The signature rides. October 23rd. The loophole. A willing sacrifice, freely given. Not just food. A weapon. He had been too afraid to act. But she wasn't. Downstairs, Silas waited. Changed. His feet no longer touched the ground. His eyes glowed with something ancient. "It's time," he said. "The creature needs you." "No," Elellanena whispered. "I choose death." Silas smiled. "Then you doom us all." The house surged, dragging her toward the cellar like a lover's grasp. But she fought. Upstairs, the study. She remembered the hidden panel. She found the contract, and she read it. The final clause chilled her soul. Should the final daughter refuse her destiny, the pact shall be void. The Ancient One shall return to the depths from whence it came. That was it. The creature needed her alive, willing, to walk the world in its name. She refused. Silas, no, the thing wearing his face, broke through the door, howling. "You don't understand what you're denying." "I understand perfectly." Elellanena hurled herself through the study window. 20 feet to the ground, bones shattered. Blood bloomed, but she was alive and dying, and that was enough. From above, the creature screamed. The contract in her hand ignited, burned to ash, and vanished. The house shuddered, and then it began to collapse. She lay dying as the swamp reclaimed the mansion, as the whispers stopped, as the faces and the roots were freed. And then Thomas appeared, smiling, whole. "You saved us," he said. "You ended the hunger." All around her, the Ravenscar dead emerged, not screaming, not weeping, but at peace. Elellanena Ravenscar had chosen death over eternity, freedom over fusion. And in doing so, she had broken the oldest curse ever inked in blood. And when the sun rose over Arkansas the next morning, the only sound left in the marsh was birdsong and silence. Real silence, the kind that only comes when evil finally dies.